So night one of Whalers night was a success for the, I guess, Carolina Whalers because tonight they were wearing the Whalers, so it was a success for them. Yeah, I mean, I'll start with the negatives as I always like to do. Carolina failed to protect the lead again. I mean, they ended up being able to come back and win, but they had a 2-0 lead and they blew it. Gave up a goal with 10 seconds left, but the difference is they were able to come back and win the game. But that's 2 games in a row you failed to defend a 2-goal lead. And I think that is something Carolina needs to work on. Now, does this mean Carolina's a bad team or anything? No, Carolina's a great team. They're probably top 5 in the NHL right now, maybe higher. So, you can't so I'm not going to sit here and rant about it, but it is worth addressing considering that seems to be the main theme of the season for Carolina is defending the lead. That's what Carolina needs to work on in the future is defending the lead. But enough about that. Positives, Carolina hunkered down. They gave up a goal with 10 seconds left. Last minute, second periods can be ball breakers for an organization. And they managed to come back and I think the third period was their best period all game. And let's talk about the first goal of the game. A phenomenal forecheck by Marty Necas. To me, that was play of the game by Marty Necas. Watch that first goal. Marty Necas putting pressure on there directly led to the goal. I don't know if he got an assist, but honestly, they should have given him an assist just for that play because that play is not going to go on the stat sheet. People are going to forget about it tomorrow. But that right there is how you win Stanley Cups, is plays like that. And Marty Necas made that play. He also got a goal later that night, and then he got, I think, another assist as well. So Marty Necas had a very good hockey night. And, I thought Sebastian Aho looked a little bit weak, but, you can't win every game. And Sebastian Aho's been a very good player, as usual, for the Hurricanes all season. But I'll just point out tonight he looked a little weak. This was a depth game for me. Now Vinny Trocheck has been for as well as Jordan Staal has played. I think Vinny Trocheck has also been playing like a second line center this week, and it's just Jordan Staal has been having a career year so far this year for the Carolina Hurricanes. And I'm not superstitious, but it's early in the season still for me, so I'm gonna knock on wood just to be a little safe. Just give me that security blanket of hockey jerseys, and yeah. So, but I thought that to me this was a game where the depth took over. I think the fourth line kind of became the second line this season. And for the first goal, I saw Tripp criticizing Brett Pesce for the play. I don't like Patrick Kane tonight. Like a player as good as Patrick Kane is going to get goals. You can't always stop Patrick Kane. And as much as I got mad at the Hurricanes for giving up a lead, I did not get mad at Patrick Kane scoring a goal because it is Patrick Kane. He's, in my opinion, the third best player of the generation. You have Crosby and Ovechkin, they're 1 and 2. And then I put Patrick Kane. I could even argue Kane over Ovechkin. I don't think anyone touches Crosby, which is unfortunate because I hate the Pittsburgh Penguins. And every time I say Pittsburgh's name, I get mad. Oh, but the Canes didn't even play Pittsburgh, and I brought them up, and now I'm ranting about how much I hate Pittsburgh. But I'm in a good mood, so stuff like that's going to happen. And Jacob Slavin, for as good of a game as Patrick Kane had, but back to the game against Chicago that just happened, I gotta hand it to Jacob Slavin. He did a good job shutting down Patrick Kane tonight. Jacob Slavin of old pre-COVID is back, baby, and that makes it so exciting to see. I was kind of in many reviews because I just like watching Jacob Slavin. Every little thing he does right. And so now to be able to watch him and make him play like he was playing with his defensive hockey style that has an offensive upside, gets his first goal coming back as well as on the empty netter. Jacob Slavin, he's back, baby. Slavin's back. And yeah. So who would I give player of the game to? Now, I also want to compliment. I want to give Nino Niederreiter, shout out for getting his 300 and 301st goal. Jake Bean is coming into his own. I'm not going to give Jake Bean the player of the game, but he is getting better at that NHL level. And for being on the taxi squad and now being able to get a shot at the NHL level, he's progressively getting better. I think Carolina's at the point where they're going to want to have to trade one of their defensemen because I don't think you can have seven top four defensemen on your team. But, like, what do you get for that? I think Carolina's in a great position with their depth right now. Maybe one of the deepest organizations in the league. I think you could probably package one of them for a good goalie because I think Carolina's got to hunt for that number one goalie, depending on how Mrazek plays when he gets back. But I have ADHD, so and yeah, today's just one of those crazy days. Kane's got to win and everything. But so I talked about Slavin, talked about Nino Niederreiter, and I'm going to talk about who I gave it to, and that's I touched on him earlier. Marty Necas. Marty Necas played phenomenal hockey tonight, and I think really solidified because this was a big win for me. When I watch hockey through the course of the season, especially an even shorter season than usual, for me, is you want to follow up a loss with a win. And Necas came in, and I wouldn't say put his team on the back, but he showed up in a game where really the top two lines just weren't there, and that's okay. It's a long season. And you know what? I think it actually is good because it shows that when our top players are not playing their best game. Now, don't get me wrong, Svechnikov and Jordan Stahl's line, they had chances tonight. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they were horrible, they sucked tonight, especially on a win. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they had a weaker game compared to how they normally play. And for me, it's good. It's a very good sign for a hockey club when your top guys just aren't there this particular game, and the depth guys step up and get the win for them. That is the sign, that is the mark of a good hockey club, a good deep hockey team. And as long as Carolina can start defending the leagues, the rest of the league better watch out for the Carolina Hurricanes. And now I will see you guys tomorrow because Carolina is playing Tampa Bay for 4 games of 6 weeks. So we're going to get used to seeing the Tampa Bay Lightning pretty soon. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to come away not being mad at each other when that's over. Oh, it'll be fun though. And if you guys like actually also, let me know what you guys thought about the game. Comment down below what you guys thought about the game. Was there anything you felt I missed? Do you want to talk about how the Hurricanes special teams seem to be getting better, which is a mark of a great coach, Rod Brind'Amour. I'm going to praise Rod Brind'Amour any chance I can get. And if you guys like the content I'm producing here on the channel, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Tampa Bay Lightning.